bitch, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. Diamonds, this new whip. Right around dips. I can see why all these basic hoes pissed. My type, nigga, that's my type. Cause I'm icy, wifey. Haters wanna fight me. Never been the one get RP up on a whitey. Keep my hands clean, got some hitters. Pretty bitch music. Trending off a selfie. Chanel me, off the top shelf, please. Cat bitch, yes, these niggas love me. Is that Gucci on my feet? Shit, picture my beat.
Hey, how's your day? It's Jway, and let's talk about Saweetie and her upcoming debut album, Pretty Bitch Music. Saweetie is a rapper from the Bay Area in California who's mixed with both African and Philippine roots. While being a full-time college student studying business and communications, Saweetie was releasing freestyles on SoundCloud. Her most popular SoundCloud song, Icy Grl, garnered her attention and recognition with her nice flow over Kaya's My Neck, My Back in May 2017. The music video for Icy Grl, which dropped October 2017, further increased her recognition as it racked over 100 million views and is currently her most viewed music video. The success of Icy Grl led to her securing a record deal with Warner Bros. In February 2018. In March 2018, Saweetie released her debut EP, High Maintenance. Personally, the EP was very average and basic, but it showed that she has some potential with songs like Good Good.
I'ma give you what you want. I'ma pull up with that good. Pull up bougie in the hood.
In March 2019, Saweetie dropped her second EP, Icy. It's a slight improvement from High Maintenance, her debut EP, but they're low-key on the same par as being average and basic. The EP, Icy, produced her breakout hit My Type, which sampled P.D. Pablo's Freak a Leak, and it reached number 21 on the Billboard Hot 100, and it was number 1 on the rhythmic charts, and it was the song of the summer last year, and it had heavy radio play. After the success of My Type, Saweetie continued to strike gold with her feature on Come On with the City Girls. It didn't get as much attention as My Type at all, but her verse was flowing and catchy, and Come On deserved so much more, but there was no music video and promo for it, so it was a song that was slept under and nobody gave it mind. So QC missed a moment, and a bigger moment with the City Girls' second album, City on Lock. So check out my prior video on that topic after watching this video, how the whole drama and mess with City on Lock. But yeah, QC missed two, big moments. Back to the video. Saweetie really developed her style and brand with her breakout hit My Type and her feature on Come On, and that's when it sparked some controversy, and a lot of people accused Saweetie of cultural appropriation because when she first came to the scene, with Icy Grl, she was like the calm, cool, collected, laid back type person, almost bougie, bougetto type style. But then when it came to My Type with the video, she was more outlandish and, rocking more of a hood aesthetic with the baby hairs, the big earrings, the long nails, and just the different clothing that she's wearing. So a lot of people were not too fond of it, and they disliked how she, changed her style. I didn't see what was wrong with it, and I think that is true to Saweetie. When you listen to Icy Grl, she reps hyphy. You look at hyphy in the Bay Area in California, you'll see the styles that she's rocking in My Type. So it's not necessarily something that isn't true to her. She's taken from another culture. It's not like Saweetie is somewhere, let's say she's from Europe and then she just came to America and she just adopted that. That's not the case, It is true to her. The branding that Saweetie initially had when she first came out with Icy Grl, being calm, cool, and collected college girl, it just didn't work for her. So being signed to this record label, okay, we need to find something that works. What is true to you, Saweetie? And something that she always repped in her music is hyphy. Like in Icy Grl, you always hear her rep hyphy, and what she's, dressing like, with the hood aesthetic, that's in hyphy. Something that's a part of her culture, something that she grew up with being from Bay Area. It just wasn't expressed to us initially. That wasn't something that she expressed to us first. So that's why when we're looking at it, we're like, well, hold on now. You're kind of being fake. You're kind of doing this. But no, this is something that is a part of her, but she didn't push it out first. And I feel like when it comes to her new branding with the hood aesthetic, I can understand people not liking it. So when it comes to her new branding and her new style and how she's appearing right now, I don't think it's necessarily something that she should be canceled for or something that's extremely controversial. It's just something that it's like, okay, people are gonna support it or people are gonna hate it. But the most important thing is this true to you? Do you like how you appear? Is it something that you are comfortable doing? And if all that checks off, go right ahead. And it's working for her. I can't knock her, switching her style. It's like, this is business. We have to, make this money. And it's something that didn't work before. You keep going along with it, well, people are not going to check for it. So her adopting this new style, I don't see nothing wrong with it. It's something that works for her, and it's something that's true to her. It's not something that's fraudulent. So I don't see how it's cultural appropriation. In her L'Official interview, Saweetie was asked, "Are you involved with any other arts or hobbies that people don't know about?" Saweetie answered, "I've always been artistic. My parents could draw really well. They did graffiti and shit." So Saweetie was raised on that culture. She was raised with doing graffiti. So it's not necessarily something that she took or stole away from another culture. Also, they asked, "You didn't want to stick to just one theme in your last album. It sounds like that's still true here." Saweetie answered, "The media has tried to box me into this perfect college-educated cookie-cutter girl, and I think that's a misconception of what I am and stand for. I feel like you really get to know me more in this project." So the way that we were introduced to Saweetie wasn't really true. That's not what she wanted to present herself. So with this new album, she's taking on a different and new approach, meaning that what we were once getting earlier, that's not really her. Like her being the laid back, I think that's something that she first started off because, okay, this is what we can work with. But looking back, she's like, dang, now with what I'm doing with Pretty Bitch Music and Tap In, I feel like I could have come much harder and much better. In her Paper Magazine interview, they asked her, "How has everything been since the successful release of your second EP, Icy?" She answered, "I have to be honest with you. I didn't feel like I reached stardom until yesterday. For the first two projects, I wasn't happy because I had to record in such a strenuous time. Only because Icy Grl blew up and then my type blew up. I began working like crazy, working like a madman. I didn't have time to really sit down and absorb what was really happening in my life and translate how I was feeling as a woman, as an artist, as a rapper, as a fashionista. So I've been really living with my new project, Pretty Bitch Music. Now I'm not a pretentious person, so I never really campaigned for my first two projects." I'm glad that Saweetie was aware of how basic and average her first two projects, High Maintenance and Icy, was. Because it had the potential, but it was just basic. It's just like she could have done much more. And I'm glad she recognized that. And with the way that she's promoting Pretty Bitch Music and the way she promoted Tap In, I see that she's taking it more seriously. This is something that she's, dedicated and executing right. So I'm glad that Saweetie switched up her approach and learned prior of how she could have done much better. Now let's talk about Saweetie's upcoming debut album, Pretty Bitch Music, and the theme/purpose of her new upcoming album. The first single off of Pretty Bitch Music is Tap In, which dropped this June and is currently at number 20 on the Billboard Hot 100. Congrats to Saweetie for getting her first top 20 hit. When Tap In was released, it drew some controversy because Saweetie was using a sample once again to carry the song, but not an original beat. She wasn't rapping on an original beat. Saweetie's most popular records are songs that use hip-hop samples. Icy Grl sampled My Neck, My Back from Kaya. My Type sampled P.D. Pablo's Freak League. So people were disappointed and upset and kind of claimed Saweetie as unoriginal for consistently using samples to have a hit song. In her Low Oficial interview, Saweetie addressed the controversy surrounding Icy Grl and My Type with her sampling. Low Oficial asked, "Tapping is a sample in the vein of Icy Grl and My Type." And Saweetie said, "It's a great follow-up to My Type because it's nostalgic for me. It's a sample of Blow the Whistle by Too Short. Icy Grl and My Type are a little controversial because the conversation is wondering if I can make a hit with an original beat. I can, and this project will show that. It takes a special kind of artist to take somebody's hit and make it their own. A lot of people sample other bodies of work, but are they as big as My Type? No. Although it's a gift and a curse and a double-edged sword, I'll take that. Because if I can make it your hit and my hit, I'm going to continue to do that." Now, Saweetie, there have been many songs that sampled, and they're much bigger than My Type, but okay. Anyways. In her Cool Accidents interview, Saweetie explains why she consistently uses samples in her songs. And she said, "I'm very grateful that they cleared those tracks, and I definitely have a soft spot for samples because I felt like there's a certain energy that these tracks have. And I've yet to find me a producer to give me a modernized beat that gives me that feeling. So it's a process, and as I continue to work with plenty of producers, I'm pretty sure someone will eventually get me that gift." Now, I could understand that it's hard to find your sound, but this just doesn't make sense. As a rapper, you should be able to create your own sound and feel to something. Because when it comes to samples and, the way that she's using it, it's like she's just relying on it. You know what I mean? When you're doing the samples, you're supposed to have your own twist and make it into your own. But the way she's going about it is kind of like, well, I don't have my sound yet, so I'm just going to keep using this previous sound. And that's why people are so annoyed, because it's just like, damn, first of all, you haven't done something original on your own, and then you don't even give it justice. You know what I mean? So it's just like, come up with something original. If you're working with multiple producers, how many producers does it take to, have something that's original to you? So I just find that weird. You know what I mean? Like, I understand that people love to play with samples and to dibble and dabble, but to have that be the basis and, that's what people are knowing you for, I feel like that's not good. And you could almost come off as, I want to say a tribute artist in a way, or, I don't know, you could be pigeonholed to this certain, degree. So I would escape that. I would escape from doing that. If you're going to do a sample, make it the best damn thing. But, the trend that's being set, it can annoy people. It can annoy the people that's listening to your music, because it's just like, we want to hear something of you, and you're not providing that. It just ties in everything. You make it your own. That's how you're supposed to do a sample. But when you come back, sample, that's not a good look. Because we're not looking at you as the artist, you know what I mean? We're looking at, that of the past, that hit. So if you're going to do a sample, do it like Muwap. Muwap is a great example in a new song that Mulatto dropped that, people are loving. You don't want people to be like, "Oh, I remember you. You sampled that one other song that my bad." You don't want that, because people are not gonna remember you for what you did. It's off of someone else. You don't want people to be like, "Oh, because I remembered what you did on that, but not for you." In her Low Oficial interview, Saweetie explained how she's been trying to find her sound. And she said this: "I co-produced a lot of the beats, which is helping me develop a sound when I'm creating with these beat makers. It helps me when I'm a part of the creative process because I get inspired. I feel like this body of work is so well-rounded." I can tell that Saweetie has become inspired when she dropped her promo single, Pretty Bitch Freestyle. I loved this song. Like, she snapped. Like, this is something that people wanted from her, something that was original and of her. And you can see it in the video, just having fun, just flossing and doing whatever. Like, that's what we needed from Saweetie. That's what we wanted, and we all enjoyed it. I remember I saw her trending, and people were just like, "Oh my gosh, your pussy stank because you always drinking soda." You know, people were just like, praising Saweetie for her freestyle, because she really did good. The inspiration for her debut album's name, Pretty Bitch Music, came from Tupac's Thug Life acronym. And for her album, it's Pretty and then Bitch is the acronym. So B stands for boss, I for independent, T for tough, C for creative, H, because she's from the Bay, it's hyphy. And that could be represented in her singles Tap In and Pretty Bitch Freestyle. Another inspiration for her upcoming album is her childhood experience. When Saweetie was in kindergarten or the first grade, she wanted to try out for the cheerleading team. And she tried out for the cheerleading team. They said she did good, but she was too big to fit in a uniform, so it didn't allow her to join because of that. I think her theme for the album is great. It's nice that she's involved with the process of developing what she wants the album to be about. It's definitely an improvement from her last two EPs. I don't know, I just feel like this is going to be much better and it's going to be taken much more seriously. So I'm actually excited to hear what she has in store. So this is the album's track list on Genius. The confirmed songs that I know that will be on the album is Prayed Up and Pretty Girl Mosh Pit. Pretty Girl Mosh Pit is a song that she'll be rapping a little bit in Philippine. And also Prayed Up, she described as a song that will lift her spirits up. And she also has a new song that she's been teasing and previewing. I'm unaware of the name, but she's posted two clips. One of them is her dancing and the other is her singing at a Vivo performance. So take a listen to the new song. This new song reminds me of Dipped in Ice and Good Good, and it sounds nice. So I can't wait to hear the full song. And that'll be all for my video. Let me know down in the comment section what's your thoughts on Saweetie. Are you excited for her new upcoming album? Are you hyped? Are you about it? Meh? And let me know your thoughts about this video. Do you agree with my thoughts or do you disagree? Let me know what you think down below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Talk to you later.